Okay, so the next one that we're going to do is we're going to look at the denominator of this guy, which is p squared plus 6p minus 40. Again, we're looking for excluded values. So we want to know when this would be equal to 0. So what we're going to do is factor this. And that's going to be, we need two things that would multiply to negative 40 and add to a 6. So that would be a p plus 10 and a p minus 4. So p plus 10 would equal 0. P minus 4 would equal 0. We need to find out when that would happen. And that's going to be when p equals negative 10. And this is going to be when p equals 4. So our two excluded values here are negative 10 and 4. Okay. Identify a hole. A hole is when the top and the bottom are 0. What makes the top and the bottom 0? Okay, so we're going to factor the top, and that's 2x times x minus 1, and then the bottom is going to be x minus 2, x minus 1, and so you can see that this factor happens on the top and the bottom, so we can see that x minus 1 would be 0 if x was equal to 1, so 1 would be a whole. So if nothing made the top and the bottom 0, then we would say that there was no holes, but there's one thing that makes the top and the bottom 0. So horizontal asymptotes. So horizontal asymptotes happen if talking about the degree. So if the degree of the top is bigger than the bottom, there's none. If the degree of the bottom is bigger than the top, then it's y equals 0. And if the degree of the top is equal to the bottom, it's y equals the leading coefficient. So the degree on the top is just 1, and the degree of the bottom is 2. So in this case, we have that the bottom is bigger than the top, and so we have y equals 0. So that is the answer to that one. Vertical asymptotes happen when things that make the bottom 0 but not the top. So we're going to look here and we have x times x squared minus 4. And that is going to be x times x minus 2, x plus 2. So we factor everything out all the way. So that's the top. And then the bottom we take a 4 out and we get x squared minus 2x minus 3. And then that is x minus 3, x plus 1. And you can see that there's nothing that actually matches up on the top and the bottom. But x minus 3 could be 0 if x was 3. And x plus 1 could be 0 if x was negative 1. So our two vertical asymptotes would be 3 and negative 1. Okay guys, I hope that this helps.